Okay, this is a continuation, part two to to the rebuttal of this Erica hoe bitch bag fucking skank. The shit that she decided to fucking comment on one of my comments for I don't know what fucking reason she decided to do it, but this is my rebuttal, you fucking skank. I couldn't do it the other day because my daughter was in the room and I had some backstory. So this is the backstory on this bitch's fucking on her. Period. Period. um, well, like I said before, she was a co-worker, and at the time, yeah, I did like her, and that was years ago, many years, way more than like 16, 17 years ago, a long time ago. You know, I did like her, and I was really at the time I wasn't with my wife, and I was trying to date her. Well, at first it seemed like she was interested, and then she wasn't. It was like she was the type of everybody knows that type of woman, especially men. Every man knows that type of woman where they show interest and then they don't show interest and then they do show interest and then they don't show interest. It's like they want to keep you there, but they keep you at bay. You know, they just want to keep you right there. And all men know these types of bitches. You know, all men know. Um, Unfortunately, we simp sometimes for these types of fucking skanks. And I am no exception. Yes, at the time, I was a huge simp. I was simping. I liked her because we connected on a more a mental, you know, we connected more mentally, because we used to talk a lot. I didn't know that she had a boyfriend on the side. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell she. I know that she wasn't married, or she was married, and I think she was dating somebody that she wasn't. It was this girl was fucking confusing. She was like after I got to know her, I started noticing this girl is a fucking weirdo. I mean, like mentally fucked up. I didn't know it at the time. Anyways, it got to the point where you know what I got tired of chasing her. In other words, I got real tired of chasing her, and men do. That's what happens. We get tired of chasing you, so we just say fuck you. We're gonna move on to the next. So that's what I did. I moved on to the next. So when I met my wife, I was dating my wife for a little while, and then Erica decides to come back into my life, talks to me here and there again, and me being the chump simp that I was, you know, I was attracted to her. I was like really attracted to her, and I wanted to hit some of that. I wanted to hit some of that thing. So one day she decided to give me some of that thing. Not like again, not knowing that she's with somebody. Not knowing any of that shit. So she came to my little Chicago apartment, and then we started getting to it. In other words, she started give me some pussy. Lo and behold, this is the kicker. My God, this is the kicker. I sat there all that time from before trying to chase her and trying to, get her, I wanted to date her. But lo and behold, once I got the pussy, men know. All men have had at least one in their lives. She was the most shittiest. She was the shittiest piece of pussy I have ever had. I mean, it was crappy. It was the most boring. She just laid there type of pussy. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, she turned nothing on. Nothing. Most men know when we meet, we've met women that they just do nothing for, they don't want to touch you, suck you, kiss you, nothing. Nothing. And then once I was getting it, I was like, I said to myself, you know what? Just hurry up and come. Hurry up and come and just get the fuck out. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, man, that shit was fucking terrible ass pussy. It was fucking suck. But I mean, I was like, I'm not a, you know, uh, I'm not the, oh man, you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Fuck this bitch. This bitch decided to fucking talk shit about I'm bored with my sex. What the fuck, stupid ass. Fucking dumbass. All she did was try to shame me. Trying to bullshit ass shame. And see, I would have never said nothing about this shit. But that was the worst piece of pussy I've ever had in my life. It was bad. She was boring. She did nothing. No foreplay, barely any touching. She just laid there, just and I've been around, and I'm not trying to brag, but I've had quite a few women. And this one, and I'm not a little guy. I'm like, but in that moment, she was so bad that she made my pee-pee go from here to here. She made me go soft so quick. And see, women don't get it when you're terrible, when your sex is terrible and everything about you is terrible. You make a pee-pee go. And once she made my people do that shit, once she was like literally denying this, I couldn't do this, I couldn't taste this. My people said, you know what? I just want to get in, hurry up, and get out. Like literally, I just want to get in, I just want to come and just leave. I just want to go. I want her ass gone. And after we finished, she was making promises and, oh yeah, next time I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do. No, thank you. I'm good. No, thank you. Never spoke to her again after that. I might have said one thing the next day. I think I do remember. I said something to her, and she acted like a little bitch at work. So I was like, "Fuck this bitch." The fuck! I almost smacked the shit out of this bitch because she got out of pocket. But I walked away because I was at work and I was gonna smack the dog out of this fucking skank. But I said, "Fuck it." You know what? I'm gonna give her little moment because she had the worst sex I've ever had in my life. Terrible ass pussy. I mean, straight garbage ass pussy. She had garbage for pussy. Garbage sex life. It's just, you know. But what's surprising is busy commenting on, what I'm thinking. I'm like, after all these years, almost 17 years, you're sitting here commenting on my shit. You're sitting here freaking, trying to hold conversations with me. And we ain't been friends for fucking 17 years. I haven't spoken to her for 17 years. And didn't think about her. Didn't think about it no more. Never said anything about it. My wife knew about her. But I never said anything about her junky ass pussy. To anyone else, that is. My wife knew. But for her to come at me this way, right? And the thing is that, other people seem to think that, I can't take criticisms and I can't take, people commenting because I'm opening up. In other words, I'm opening up the door to comments and stuff, which is true. I am opening up the doors. But like I always say, if you cross the line with someone and you start insulting them and trying to shame them, and then I come at you and call you a fucking skank ass fucking cum bucket, Don't be surprised that I called you that, because you crossed the fucking line. So this is exactly what she did. She crossed the fucking line with me just because I said, okay, I've heard you say it 1,001 times. You and your family and you and yours do not like polyamory. Okay. That's all I said. In other words, I was trying to let her know to let it go. You know? Just to let it go. You know, to move on. Okay. I wasn't, I literally wasn't even trying to talk to her or, convince her of anything. Look, you can't convince these types of women, especially argumentative women, uncooperative, argumentative women that always have an opinion about every fucking thing. You know, those feminists that just want to argue. You cannot convince them. You know, you cannot, you cannot, you know, come up with different analogies to make them see the point of view, because they only see what they want to see. You know how you ever seen how horses have blinders on like this? You know, and horses usually can see just in front of them. That's those types of women. They can only see what's in front of them. They can only see 1 foot in front of themselves. They never think outside the box. They never use a three-dimensional way of thinking. Never. They never do it. You know? And I wouldn't have said anything about this, but she said some really fucked up shit. So, I thought I'd tell you about her crappy garbage ass pussy. You know? Hey, I'm not a huge guy, but I know that I can hold my own. You know? I know that I'm really good. I know how to satisfy a woman. I'm older, of course I know how to satisfy a woman. But to come in with garbage pussy and just sit there and just and then make, no foreplay, no nothing, and then I just say, it's just huge turn off. She was a huge turn off, a huge disappointment. I mean, the shittiest pussy, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, what can you say? This twat, like, literally, what can she say? Why would she be freaking commenting on all my shit? See, like, she's the type of person that loves to tit for tat, come back on someone. Well, he said that about me, I gotta come back and say something. I mean, literally, what the fuck can you say about your garbage ass pussy? What, that I wasn't big, which is a lie. I'm I got some. Yes, I got some. Yes. So that'd be a lie. What, that I don't have a good, no. One, I didn't, if I didn't have a good stroke game with you, that would be because you turned the whole thing off. You were just one of those women. And you have to accept it. You're just one of those types of women that just have shitty sex. You're just one of those shitty sex women, and you're pretty much just a cum bucket. That's it. You just come in there, come in that bucket, and just go. Don't have a conversation with it. Just go. But that's pretty much the side. That's pretty much a lot of the fucking backstory on this cunt. So in the next video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down, and my wife is gonna break it down with me. I'm gonna break down her little messages, and I'm gonna go one by one by one, because I'm pretty sure that she started commenting on all my Facebook shit. She even comments on my Instagram shit and tries to hold conversations with me, but yet and still, I bet you her husband doesn't know that. that she's doing that. You know, see, my wife knows everything that I do, every single thing that I do, because that's how you're supposed to have a relationship, especially in a poly relationship. It's supposed to be open like that. Open communication is super key. Open communication, open to everything, open to your feelings, to your financials, open to everything. That's why a lot of monogamous relationships don't work nowadays, because you guys are not open or communicating. You know, you guys look. A lot of you suck at fucking monogamy. This bitch right here, Erica Cavazos, or whatever the fuck stupid name you want to use today, Erica, you need to stay in your lane and know your place. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down this your little message. Me and my wife are gonna break it down together. Since you decided to attack my wife too, and if you say no, I didn't, no, I didn't. Yes, you did, bitch. Yes, you did. Why don't you tell your husband about what you're doing online? See, my wife knows everything. Why don't you tell your husband about what you're doing? And that you're talking to somebody that you gave some shitty pussy to. That you're having a conversation with the dude that you gave some shitty ass, your shitty pussy. Why don't you do that? So let me go ahead and shoot this video with my wife, and we'll go ahead and just break down this cunt's fucking message.